So I'm writing a piece for the British Pillbox Society currently, which is an organisation that I joined back in 2021 in order to write an article for them. And they never got back to me about the format of the article, and I kind of continued to receive their magazine it's not really a magazine, what would it be? Like a booklet every quarter. And it was nice to receive it, and I looked through it and I thought, gee, I should really write for this magazine or whatever it's called. And I have about 500 words currently. It's probably going to be about 1,500 words when I'm all together to write about what is Sim Sea Lion, London 1940, just the general direction of the development. And also, I'm interested in talking a little bit more about the booksellers because this came up in a biota conversation, I think, with Steve Grand. And it's something that I've not really actively talked about. The booksellers were an integral part of the whole development of London 1940 and really coloured the perspective of it, particularly with regards to the German, how they recruited children and how that was a really important part of how they got the flying aces and the people that they got in the military as seamlessly as possible was through a very direct line between children into adult folks who were active service people. And that thing has a somewhat, I don't know, moral constrictive quality, a quality which I find quite intimidating and somewhat disturbing. So I'm trying to work out how I can write about this thing and not be political. The other part that's distinctly political is the fact that many of the simulations of sea lion that were done in military war games were done with the view that sea lion was a really, I don't know, like just the wrong quantity of folks on the ground, so to speak, the wrong quantity of people involved in the invasion. And it really being something very small. The population of London was 8.5 million at the time, and I think the view that 60,000 land-based folk coming across and probably between 6 to 20,000 from the air would have been enough to subdue a London of 8.5 million people. Well, I don't think that assertion is good. My view is that if it was going to be successful in any capacity, it would have required at least 2 million people, which is basically it's not the full extent of Barbarossa invasion of Russia, but it is a kind of comparable number that would have been furnished to actually achieve some kind of objective. It's a very curious thing to even talk about sea lion in this light, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting actually writing for an exclusively British publication with exclusively British readers about this thing. And it's interesting that I take a distinctly different view than is the popular view, or at least the view that is described in England. So time will tell how that is actually taken, but it's something that I'm interested in doing. It's writing that I'm doing very occasionally. I hope I'll have the 1,500 words together probably within the next month or so, but it's something that I'm doing in the evenings when I get a chance. And this whole notion of what I do in the evenings has changed dramatically in the past year, and I think it's something to do with the girls, something to do with just, I guess, my general change, and a number of aspects of my life have changed, but it's certainly worth describing here as I lament how my evenings are no longer as productive as they once were. Or maybe it's just a different kind of productivity. Let me look at it that way. Tom Barbalet in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.